Hi everyone, and welcome back to Orbstar Studio. Hope you are all doing fantastic. In our last video, we brought a splash of color to our game objects using basic materials. It made a big difference, right? But if you have ever looked at a real world object, you know it's not just a flat color. There is a detail, there is a patterns. That's where textures come in. So in this video, we are going to take our visuals to the next level by learning how to add basic textures to our materials in Unity 6.0. So get ready to add some serious detail. So what are textures really? Think of textures like digital images that you can wrap around your 3D objects. They provide surface detail, making things look like wood, metal, fabric, or just about anything you can imagine. Instead of just a plain red cube, we can make it look like a wooden crate or a rusty metal box just by applying the right texture. Unity supports a wide variety of image formats for textures like JPEG, PNG, and even PSD files. The key is to have a good image to work with. First things first, we need to get our textures into our Unity project. There are a couple of easy ways to do this. You can simply drag and drop image files from your computer's folders directly into the project window in Unity, preferably into a well-organized textures folder that you should create, just like we did with our materials folder. Again, good organization is key as your project grows. Alternatively, you can right-click in the project window and then go to Import New Asset and then navigate to the image file on your computer and select Import. Once imported, you will see your texture file in the project window. Click on it and in the inspector window, you will see various settings you can adjust for your texture. For now, the default settings are usually fine for basic use. Now for the exciting part, applying these textures to our materials. Head over to your materials folder in your project window and select one of the materials we created earlier. In the inspector window for that material, you will see the base mate property again, the one we used for color. To the left of the color swatch, you will notice a small square box. This is where you can assign a texture. Simply click and drag your imported texture from the project window onto this small square box. You will instantly see the texture appear on any game object that's using this material in your scene. You can still adjust the base map color even with the texture applied. The color will then tint the texture. Sometimes a texture might appear too big or too small on your game object, or you might want to repeat it. That's where tiling comes in. In the inspector window for your material, under the surface inputs option, you will usually find tiling settings with X and Y values. Increasing these values will repeat the texture along the respective axis. For example, setting tiling X to 2 and tiling Y to 2 will make the texture repeat twice horizontally and twice vertically. Offset allows you to shift the starting point of the texture on your object. By adjusting the X and Y offset values, you can fine-tune how the texture is positioned on your game object. Now it's your turn to experiment. Try importing different textures, maybe a wood grain, a brick pattern, or a metal surface. Apply them to different materials and play around with the tiling and offset settings to see the variety of looks you can achieve. This is where your creativity can really shine. In our next video, we will probably delve deeper into other material properties to make our objects even more realistic. But for now, getting comfortable with adding basic textures is a fantastic step forward. Alright everyone, that wraps up our tutorial on adding basic textures in Unity 6.0. You have learned how to import textures, apply them to your materials, and even control their appearance with tiling and offset. These are fundamental skills that will significantly enhance the visual quality of your games. As always, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to Orbstar Studio for more Unity tutorials and leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below. Thanks for watching and we will catch you in the next one. Happy texturing!